on YouTube? How's everyone doing this lovely Monday night? This is Mike in the house, and today I am going to be doing a review, movie review. That this is probably going to be one of the most talked about endings of the year. No, I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that, but I've heard from a lot of people that they didn't like the ending of this movie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say my thoughts on this movie, but the movie I'm going to be talking about today is going to be a movie called Longlegs. This one stars Micah Monroe, if I'm pronouncing her name right, Nick Cage, Blair Underwood, and Alicia Witt. And this is directed by Oz Perkins, who is the son of the late great Anthony Perkins. So we have Q Smooth in the building. We have Nathan in the building as well too. So what's good, you guys? How you guys doing? So I want to talk about first of all. I want to talk about the casting. So the casting of this movie. If I'm butchering this name wrong, once again, forgive me. Joe, what's good? Actually, you're right on time because I'm getting ready to review this Longlegs movie, and and for those of you who have saw it, like I want your opinion on this too and stuff like that. So, all right, so Micah Monroe. Now, I don't exactly know who she is, but she was in a movie called The Guest, which I saw back when it first came out. I didn't even know that she was even in that. She was also in movies like Honey Boy and It Follows, which I've heard good things about, and Independence Day Resurgence, which I've heard nothing but bad reviews about. All right, so Michael Moreau, she plays Lee Harker. She is assigned to a cold case about a serial killer that's basically been, it's basically on the loose, I believe, since the 1970s. He's like this Silence of the Lambs esque type serial killer, and that's what the movie, I guess, was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And it was supposed to be like a cross between Hannibal and Silence of the Lambs, which I don't really see any resemblance to that and stuff. So then you have another detective, another agent, which is Blair Underwood. Nice to see him in movies again. Nice to see him on a big screen again. I haven't saw him in a little bit. He plays Agent Carter, who is also assigned to this case as well, too. So you have Alicia Witt, who plays Lee Harker's mother. Alicia Witt, she's pretty good there and stuff like that. So and then finally you have Nicolas Cage, and he plays the title character Longlegs, which, in my opinion, and I'm gonna get to that in a second, but it was a great performance. You know what I'm saying? But there's something was just off. This whole movie is like something was just off about this whole movie. So, all right. So, Lee Harker basically, you have agents Lee Harker and Agent Carter, who is assigned to a cold case where this serial killer is, they trying to solve a, you could say like a couple decade old case, and Mind you, the killings took place in the 19 late 60s, early 70s, and the film is pretty much set in 1995. Now that was around that time where you had the U.S. Satanic Panic era. So basically, you had this whole like theme of the theme of this movie is like the satanic stuff going on and all that stuff. Um so basically these two agents are assigned to a cold case, and they're trying to find this serial killer Longlegs that's played by Nicolas Cage. But once they kind of like uncover something, like something's off about this character and stuff like that. Then they uncover something, and this is a spoil free review, so I'm not gonna give much away. But these two agents, they uncover something, and then it turns out that um, one of the agents who actually met Longlegs, but what little did she know is that she met him before in the past. So there's a flashback of where um, he came to visit one day, and mind you, she was a little kid at the time, and she met him, but she couldn't like put two and two together until basically her mom kind of like hid the situation and stuff like that, hid the fact that um, you know, she saw this serial killer, randomly just shows up at the house and stuff. So, this movie, without giving too much away, the ending, now the beginning of the movie was promising. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard nothing but bad things about the ending, so I wanted to see for myself. Well, the ending, the beginning of it was promising because you had that vibe of Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal, like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And once you got the middle, it kind of sort of dragged on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And once the last, I want to say, 15 minutes of the movie, it just fell flat. I mean, the ending could have been a lot better. To be honest with you, if you're looking for Nicolas Cage to be in this movie for a long time, for a while, well, you're gonna be disappointed because this is the only thing I am giving away. But um, in this particular movie, in this movie, even though he plays the title character, yes, even though he does, but he is not in it throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't show up until probably, I want to say, almost halfway through the movie. And then whatever scenes that you're going to get with him, you're going to get what you get. And I will say that Nicolas Cage, I think he gives one of his best performances as Longlegs for the amount of screen time that he has. You know what I'm saying? Which is not much, but I would say that it's enough to keep you interested, but at the same time, before you get interested and invest in this character, the movie just falls flat down to the ground. And the performances are really good. Michael Monroe, which this is probably the second movie I saw in, she gives a subtle performance. She gives us quiet and subtle, like weird but strong performance. As Lee Harker, and Blair Underwood is quite good here as Agent Carter. Alicia Witt is also great, and she also plays Lee's mother. Ruth, Ruth Carter. So basically, the performances here are, and Oz Perkins, he has a strong potential to become a great director. And I see where the direction go, but I didn't have the problem with the direction. I had more of a problem with the screenplay. The screenplay I thought was really kind of dry. It wasn't really much excitement, and whatever excitement you get, it happens within the last 5, 10 minutes, and even with that, it just falls flat. You know what I mean? Like it went from a promising thriller, to, and if you think this is gonna be a horror movie, well, I hate to disappoint you. I don't see much horror in it, and it's not that much violence in it. You know what I'm saying? And what can you easily say that this movie is false advertisement? Yeah, to a degree, yes, but I see where they're coming from as far as not exactly revealing that Nicolas Cage is the title character, which is a smart, um, which is kind of smart. Without, and this is one of those trailers that it doesn't really give too much away at all. It doesn't really give away the ending. It doesn't give too much in a movie, but it's enough to where it keeps you interested. Now, I will say this, that this is the highest grossing Nicolas Cage movie that he has done since Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, which that was back in 2012. So this is pretty much the first movie that did well at first movie of his that did well at the box office in the past 12 years. So it's nice to see Nicolas Cage making a comeback. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, his performance was great. I think, I don't know. He's getting great positive reviews, for his performance. I think, in all honesty, it's not gonna happen, but yeah, it was good enough. In my opinion, I think Nicolas Cage. I think he should get major awards consideration for his performance, even though it wasn't. He wasn't in a Nicolas Cage. Like I said, if you're looking for Nicolas Cage in the movie the whole time, you're definitely gonna be disappointed. Um, everybody's performance was really good. You know what I'm saying? Especially Nicolas Cage in particular. But the screenplay to me just fell flat, especially towards the end. Now, can I say that is this the worst movie of the year? I don't think it's the worst movie of the year, in my honest opinion. But this would be definitely a one-time watch for me. I You know, I give this a split. If I had to rate it, I would give it kind of a split vote on this one because I give it thumbs up for its creativity. I like the fact that it took place in the mid 90s. You know what I mean? It kind of had that 70s vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the ending just ruined everything basically. It just ruined the movie. You know what I mean? And I wish we would have got more out of this movie. You know what I'm saying? I wish we would have got more of a backstory. This is where it gets my split vote, but I think the performances and the direction was great. This movie, as itself, I don't think it should get. It's probably gonna get awards, maybe small awards come. We are close to award season right now, so Oscar nomination for this. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I it's highly unlikely. But me personally, if I was on the Oscar committee, he would definitely be a shoe in because he did escape, reality, and he delved into the role so perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And this is like Nicolas Cage. I think it's one of his. It's probably the most challenging performance he has given a long. I definitely love his work here. Um, love like the direction, but it was just a screenplay that just got me, But if it wasn't for the ending, if we would have got more out of the ending, I would have gave this movie two thumbs way, way, way. The ending just fell flat for me, so I have to give it a split vote. So, basically, this is all that I gonna say about this movie and stuff. But I do also want to point out is that it is not exactly a horror movie by any means, but it's not your typical horror movie. You know what I'm saying? And it went from like a serial killer, Silence of the Lambs, to like this satanic, like Evo type movie, which to me, it kind of sort of did not belong, but because because it took place in 1995, where you had a satanic panic, it kind of sort of they wanted to kind of like fit it in. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if this is based on a true story or this is based on actual events and stuff. But I mean, if you're gonna do a movie like that, if it's gonna be like satanic theme, make it like more of a satanic theme. Like when I went in, you know, when I went in, basically I went in as to thinking, okay, we got a serial killer that has long legs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where long legs. I don't know where exactly why they call it that. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a meaning to it, but I'm kind of sort of want to read more into it. But yeah, I don't know why they called it long. I don't know why they even called it long legs. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a meaning or something like that to it. But yeah, it was just to be honest with you, it just fell flat. Towards the end, like I said, the performances would, solid. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, it would easily been the worst movie of the year. But because it did have its quiet moments and quiet and subtle moments, which I love in a movie, I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? But this is just one of those movies that it kind of missed the mark for me. So comment on the comment section below. What did you think about Long Legs? Did you like it? Did you like the ending? Or did you guys not like the ending? I want to hear. I want opinions from y'all and stuff. So, um, Tony's here. Um, yeah, man. I've been I've been like personally been dealing with some stuff personally, but I mean, everything is slowly but surely coming back full circle. It's just I gotta get through this one hump. Tony says the trailer reminded me of Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Buffalo Bill. Yeah. Yeah, the trailer did. I mean, it kind of had that Silence of the Lambs esque type. It's a Silence of the Lambs esque type movie mixed with like a Santanical, type movie, but that doesn't even come until later on in the movie. I'm not gonna exactly reveal when, but yeah, yeah. So definitely, if you want to check this movie out for yourself, feel free to check it out. Or if you want to wait till you stream it, I honestly highly recommend you wait until you stream it. But if you want to go check it out for yourself, then by all means and stuff. So um, this is all the review that I'm gonna do today, and I got more movie reviews coming up. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, this is Mike from Mike's Movie Corner and more, and I will see you guys in the next video.